Welcome back to another Fashion Friday video. I am your girl, Jenna-Monét, and today we're going to be talking about the savagexfenty show that happened on October 2nd. My look today is actually inspired by the show. In one of the scenes of the show, there was a garden scene, hence the floral pattern on my blazer. And one of the color schemes was black, hence black. So I'm actually going to be leaving all the details and descriptions in the description box in case anyone is wondering what I'm wearing. Let's get into it. Real quick before I get into the details of the show, if you have not watched the show, if you have not watched this year, 2020, October 2nd, 2020 on Amazon Prime, if you did not watch it, do not watch this video any further. I'm going to be spilling all the beans. I'm going to be showing clips, videos, pictures, all that good stuff. So if you have not watched the show, I do not recommend watching this video any further. So let's start with the plot of the show. So Rihanna has given us a narrative throughout the show. She's pretty much given us an insight as to what it's like designing her savagexfenty line, what it's like going about fabrics, feels, textures, the people who inspire her, the moods that inspire the designs and stuff like that. The first thing she talked about is inspiration. She spoke about how traveling and the different fabrics inspire her to create the designs that she creates. For one, she mentioned that she went to Tokyo and she went to Paris. Going to these two places inspired the different fabrics, the different feels, and have basically created a creation that, from one of her producers have said that she kind of turned it from not necessarily rags to riches, but she would see little imperfections in fabrics and she would make them perfect, or she would make them her own. So next she gets into mood and she explains how her moods really inspire how she's feeling. She used the analogy that when she's feeling her most bummiest, that she would find the biggest hoodie that she could find and she'll rock that because that's just the mood that she's in. I could relate to that. I'm always pretty much in a hoodie, besides like right now. I'm always pretty much in a hoodie or a jacket, a hat, fuzzy socks, hence the socks. And I could definitely relate to her when she says, you know, when her mood inspires her fashion look, it inspires what she feels like dressing like today, you know what I mean? And y'all know Rihanna. When Rihanna is feeling like a bad bee, she coming through with the looks. But when she's feeling like and you'll know too, because she even posted a picture on Instagram. Remember that one picture she posted and she was somewhat like this? Chill. Now I'm pretty sure that picture was one of those moods where she just felt like she just wasn't feeling it that day. You know, I'll post the picture so y'all can see. You can definitely see that her mood inspires her fashion look. It inspires what she feels like looking like today. So next she gets into sexuality. Rihanna expresses that sexuality is something that everyone should embrace, that everyone should be happy with, that everyone should basically put a stamp on and make it theirs. For me, I feel like I embrace both my feminine energy or my femininity as well as my masculinity. And I say masculinity because I grew up with two older brothers, and that has played, or that has influenced how I dress, how I talk, and pretty much who I am. You know what I mean? I grew up with brothers who wore hoodies and who wore basketball shorts and who ran around the park and who, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up doing that, and that has played a role and has influenced me as to who I am today. So I like to wear suits and I like to wear loafers and I like to wear baggy hoodies because that's just who I am, and I embrace that masculine side of me as well as the feminine side that I am also obviously born with. So I think that, you know, Rihanna is opening up conversations that other people are not opening up. You want everyone to be themselves. Who you are is who you are. No judgment zone to Rihanna. So lastly, with the plot and the topic of her diary, she speaks on community. Community, it's pretty straightforward. She basically kind of talks about how she's super inclusive and she wants every ethnicity, every body size, every culture, every race to be involved in a production and to be involved in anything that Rihanna is doing. You have to give it to Rihanna. In everything that she does, in the savagexfenty, in Fenty Beauty, in even her Fenty clothing line, you see every shade. There's a range of shades for Fenty Beauty. There are a range of body types for savagexfenty, and there's different cultures, different ethnicities for Fenty, which is the other clothing line. So she is literally starting conversations, she's opening doors, she's creating seats at her table that no other company or brand would take as far as a different ethnicity, you know what I'm saying? She literally said, okay honey, they don't want you, come over here. We have a seat right here for you. Right here. Pulled out the chair. And so, you can't, this is, for me, we're in 2020 for one. And I just personally feel like we're in 2020 and there just should be a range at this point. You should see every single different color, ethnicity, culture in a brand. I mean, maybe the brand is just not open to that type of diversity yet. I just feel like we're in 2020, you need to get together at this point. Back then, for models had to have a certain look. Now models can be strange looking, they can have gaps, they can have unibrows, they can have, I don't know, just anything that's basically out the box. They can have vitiligo. Winnie Harlow has vitiligo and she's like one of the top models right now. So, I just feel like we're in 2020, you should be including everybody. It should be every race that you see. It should be every color. It should be every hair type. Rihanna is definitely embracing that. She's starting conversations. She's opening doors. And you have to give girl the props. Like, seriously. So the next thing I want to talk about is the production. So with the production, we're going to talk about the choreography. Lord, the choreography. Everything was on point. I don't know where she found the dancers from, but those dancers had pointed feet. Nothing was sickled. Everybody was on point, on beat. Did I say that already? I don't know. I was so mesmerized. It was so aesthetically pleasing to watch because of how in unison they were. And I'm going to show a clip so y'all can see. It takes so much practice and so much time to be in sync like that. So I 10 out of 10 for those dances. I don't really have anything else left to say, 10 out of 10, y'all killed it, and that's it. Let's move on. I forgot to mention this. If y'all did not see Lizzo move, okay, real quick, I know I said I was going to move into the next topic. Okay, I lied. Real quick. These big girls, or these thick girls, I don't want to say big, these thick girls are not afraid to move. The one thing that they taught me with watching the show was that I need to get back out into dancing for one. Basically everyone kind of influenced me to do that. Like I should just go to a studio right now and just sign up and be like, I'm ready to dance, let's get it. But these thick girls were not afraid to move. And if I could find a clip, I will show the clip so that y'all can see. If y'all didn't see Lizzo's performance, and there was also towards the end of the show, they had two other thick girls, and then they had one thick guy. Let me tell you, listen, if I could find the clip, I'm gonna show the clip so y'all can see. Because if you're not influenced, if you're not motivated,
Constantly, that's why my eyes are a shade blood burgundy. The way that we kiss isn't like any other way that I be kissing. Wanna miss, won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe, I guess high up your love, I don't know how to come in love. I want some in love, sugar. I want some in love, sugar.
The last thing I want to talk about as far as the show is the hair, the makeup, and obviously the lingerie. That's important. In the beginning of the show, the first set of makeup that I saw was like a linear black line that was, I want to say, to kind of accentuate or maybe outline, your face. I didn't really get how it went with the theme of the beginning of the show. I liked it, but I didn't really get it. I didn't get why they chose to do that specific makeup look. However, my favorite scene out of the show, which was the garden scene, I loved the makeup. What they did was that they took flower petals, and it obviously it's probably fake flower petals, and they used the flower petals as fake eyelashes, and I swear it looks so pretty. And I'm gonna show a clip so y'all can see as well.
Tell a boy to go push a button. Tell a boy to go push a button. Tell a boy to go push a button. Tell a boy to go push a button.
I think that was, not even a think, that was my favorite scene, the garden scene, and my favorite look. My favorite colors were kind of shown as well in the scene. So I mean, I don't know who their makeup artist was, but I kind of need some tips and tricks, because I would love to recreate that floral or flower petal look. So next we're gonna get into hair. So the first time I noticed the hairstyles were in the first few minutes of the first part of the show. So in the first part of the show, everyone pretty much had a short pixie cut. So everyone was pretty much uniformed and everyone looked the same. When I started to notice the change in hair was when we got to the garden scene. The garden scene is where everyone pretty much had their own sense of individuality. And I noticed it when I saw Miguel's wife, and I feel so bad because I don't remember her name now. But she came out in this very pretty green lingerie, and she had two messy buns, like one was hair and one was hair. And it sounds ugly, it sounds ugly, but it works. Everyone had their own sense of individuality in the garden. Like, she had her hairstyle, Rihanna came out, Rihanna had the braids. I think I saw another girl, she had her hair slicked back. So everyone had a sense of like their own kind of hairstyle in that scene. Very pretty. I didn't really have anything bad to say about the hairstyles. I think that it was very unique and it flowed with the scene of things. You know, into lingerie. Of course, I have to speak on lingerie. So the first thing that I noticed was that her lingerie line is move-proof. I don't know if they taped and secured everything down before the show started, or if her lingerie line is just that secure. I don't know. I mean, you literally could bounce, you could twist, you could twerk. Let me stop being ratchet. But my point is that it was so secure. I mean, you could do so much in it and everything was in place. I didn't see a nip slip, I didn't see a titty slip, I didn't see a full-on breast slip. It was just like everything was secure. Besides noticing that, I also noticed the range of colors that she had. Well, I don't know if I would say range. It wasn't so much colors, really. She had, in the first scene, she had the black. Then she went into a hint of white, which Normani was wearing a white. Then from there, we had a royal blue, which I thought the wood was very pretty. Then as soon as you get into the garden scene, then you get those pastel colors. You got a hint of pink and purple, green. I think I saw yellow. No, I don't think I saw yellow. I think it was just purples, pinks, and the greens, which you saw in the garden scene. And then once the last scene gets to the last scene, it was basically black. So I think I would have probably preferred to see more colors, just because you just kind of seen those go-to colors, those everyday wear colors, which is the black and the white, and then you just see like a splash of like 3 colors, you know what I mean? So I think I would have preferred to see more colors. With that being said, Rihanna has once again shown us that she is all about diversity, she's all about inclusivity, she's all about including everyone to something that she is creating, that she is branding, whatever that may be. And for me, I do have to say that with being in the fashion or entertainment industry, I for one want to or embody diversity and inclusivity. I want to be able to include everyone that into whatever I'm doing, whatever brand that I may be creating, whatever that may be. I want it to be open to all races, all sizes, all ethnicities, all everybody. And so she's having those hard conversations. She's stirring the pot while giving baggy vibes. And she's coming for everybody next, because all those people who didn't want to take that girl over there because she had a gap, or that girl over there because she had strange whatever, Rihanna's saying, come honey, sit right here. We got a seat for you right here, baby. Don't worry about them. That's what she's doing. She's creating opportunity. She's being open to everybody that she comes across. So that concludes my video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have watched the show, like, really do leave a comment if you've watched it. Leave an opinion, something like that. Let's have a little conversation. And I will see you all in my next video.